And I use this in my presentation. And the story goes like this. I was a manager, and I managed a group of 9 people, 8 guys and 1 gal. And I moved over to a new group, and the group had 7 people in it, 6 gals and 1 guy. And after 2 weeks, I knew something wasn't quite right, and I didn't know what it was. So I talked to one of the employees, and her name is Gail. And I said, Gail, I think something just isn't quite right, and I'm wondering, can you help me with this? And Gail said to me, her face got red. She looked up and she goes, well, Mike, there are times when we come into your office, we just want you to just listen. And I said, okay, I'm thick, I'm a guy, I don't get it, I don't know when I'm supposed to listen. So I brought it up in a group meeting. And I think the group actually felt sorry for me. And so they said, Mike, when we come in your office, we're going to knock on the door, the side of the door, and we're going to use a code word, and the code word's going to be blue. I said, okay. So I'm working at my desk here, and I'm typing away on my keyboard, and somebody knocks at the door and says blue. And what I did is I push away from my keyboard, and over here, I'm at my chair is on wheels. I grab a notepad and a pen, and I slide onto this little round table that has 2 chairs on it. And at that table, I take a pen, and whatever they're saying, I'm taking notes. And when I took those notes, all I did is paraphrase, summarize, ask open-ended questions, and empathize. It's all I did. And when I did that, they actually figured it out 9 times out of 10. And after they figured this out, they felt good about it, and they carried it out, and they went like, wow, that's really cool. And I found as a manager, I actually thought before I had to answer all the questions. And now I realized when they figured out, they've also figured out to ask themselves those questions in the future. So I have less people coming and asking me questions, which freed me up as a manager to do more things. Okay, having gone through that experience, I was so excited. I came home. My wife's name is Roma. I came home and I said to Roma, I want to tell you what I've learned. And I shared this with her. And she looked me right in the eye and she said, you can do that at home too. Oh. And that was the key. This was money in the bank. That was over 25 years ago. And I think this is what's propelled me to where I moved up at the executive level, because what I did from there on is I made a point to listen, paraphrase, summarize, ask open-ended questions, empathize, and ask questions that might lead towards a solution, but not provide a solution unless somebody really asked me for the solution. That was money in the bank. That was very valuable for the rest of my career.